Hi everyone, my name's Cheri Hunt. Welcome to the Luminary Evening. Tonight we're going to be sharing together our loved one's loss. And in doing so, we're going to be creating a votive you could take a jar at home, a ball jar, just open up your cabinet if you're not going anywhere. This is just a ball jar. This is just even like a little drinking glass, something like that. We might have something in the basement. Anything that you can do some paper on, and we're going to create a votive tonight. So the first thing I want you to do is get a little tissue paper. I know it's around the holidays, so you probably have some tissue in a gift bag or some tissues in the basement ready to go for a gift or a birthday gift. On the tissue paper, I want you to write a letter to your loved one. I want you to write, just open up. You're going to spill open a little bit about how you're feeling, how much you miss them, the memories you made, whatever it is. You're just going to start. It's nice if you put a little piano music on and just have that time, maybe light a candle, and just awaken the healing of your heart. So that's what I've been doing just a little bit before you got here. And I'm going to show you. You can do a whole piece of tissue. You could do a little bit. You can combine it with magazine pictures. If you don't feel like writing, you can open up a book and rip out pictures from a book or even use words. So after you do your letter, I'm going to have you just place your other stuff aside. You're going to get a little glue, Elmer's glue or Mod Podge. Mod Podge is just an adhesive if you have that at home. It's just a sealer that's going to finish off your project. And then also Elmer's glue, if you have that, you can mix that with a little water, and you're just going to get a little bowl, or you can use a cup, put a little bit in with a sponge brush and mix it around. Okay, when you have that ready, you're just going to start collecting pictures. I did have some images already, and I put some down. Like I said, if you don't feel like writing, you could have a picture like this, and then you could also find some things in a magazine. Here it says, "Here's my broken heart made whole." The healing of the process with the art is very healing. It helps with your anxiety and your stress, and this quiet time, you can just have it and see how healing it is. So I'm going to just take a little bit of the Mod Podge, and I'm going to rip up my letter, and I'm going to just place it on the glass. I've already put my magazines around, so any little open spot is where your tissue is going to go. It doesn't have to be in line. Like you can see, I'm just kind of ripping it and filling my space. Or if you want to, you can rip it so you can read it. This is kind of a nice thing. Through the light of the open spaces, the words might show a shadow on the table as we light it at the end here. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to kind of go around the words that I have in my magazine. So when you do Mod Podge, you'll put a little bit down, you'll put your piece of paper, and then you'll Mod Podge right over it. Mod Podge has to be underneath it everywhere, and then you're just going to seal it like that, and it will dry clear. Okay? I'm going to just do a little bit more here. Did you ever do art projects with the person that you lost? If you didn't, you are now. You're sharing this time and thinking about them and making a memory right now. Okay, like I said, if you don't have any tissue paper, you can use dictionary. I actually cut some little holes in it, so when I put my candle inside, the light will flicker through the holes. When you're done with your votive, depending on the top that you have, you can use some different embellishments. Here I have a little bit of hemp, and I put a little piece of jasper on it for like a little just embellishment. I can take my hemp and braid it or do macrame. If you have charms at home and you lost your mom, you could do a mom charm. If you've lost a child, you could do a little child charm and hang it instead of the jasper right off of that. If the person liked gears or they were into mechanics, you can do gears. If you have a little charm or a locker, a favorite number, this could be the initials of someone, you can also have that hanging down off your votive. Okay? You could use string, ribbon, and you would just wrap it and have it dangling down. Okay? I awaken to a healing of my heart. I release all anger, grief, pain, and fear. Without reservation or limitation, this or something better is manifesting for me now, and so it is. Sometimes it's okay if the only thing you do today is breathe. I know when I went through loss, I felt like it was just so heavy, right? Through me, each of the seasons became dark. I cried. And it's important to let your feelings be felt. If you feel like crying, cry. I remember crying in a grocery store after I ordered a pound of cheese, because I remember going to the grocery with my mom and getting liverwurst from the butcher. So whenever you feel sadness, let it out. Let your emotions feel. You can also surround your people that you've lost during the holidays with things that you might have collected. I grew up on the East Coast, and even now when I go on vacation, I'm still collecting sea glass. My parents would take us to the beach, and I have a collection of sea glass and also driftwood. Through the holidays, I would take walks with my dad in the Audubon, and we would collect pine cones and acorns. So I still do that as a healing process. After the holidays are done, I'll use this around Thanksgiving, and then I'll put them outside for the animals. So kind of giving back. At Christmas, if your loved one is not with you, they can be with you in a place setting, or a candle through a votive, or hanging on the Christmas tree with a Christmas ornament. They can always be around you. Their embrace is always with you. If you have a grandmother that you've lost, you can take buttons and create jewelry so that when you put it on each morning, it's almost like being hugged by that person. I've saved flowers for my mom's funeral, and I have them used as a potpourri. You can also take them and save them, and maybe when you go on a long drive and you're taking a walk, you can kind of release those in the air and let go. If you want to put a picture up, maybe have a little altar or something for that person, and you don't feel like having a picture if someone comes over, that might bring up some emotions that you might not want to talk about. You can always have a picture that reminds you of them, the love that they shared. There are some who bring light so great to the world that even after they have gone, the light remains. In a quiet place, free of distractions, sit comfortably, allowing yourself to feel present and at ease. Into the glow of the candle, contribute your intention to realize your desire. May your intention bring peace and harmony to all.